In this tutorial, I want to talk to you about using Plotly inside of Google's Colaboratory. So I went to my Google Drive and I've opened a new Jupyter notebook as a Colaboratory file here. I've given it a name and imported my research group's image. So let's talk about importing or using Plotly inside of Colaboratory. Now, it is one of the libraries that has already been loaded. So it is no problem just to use Plotly. You can just import it as you would usually do. So we're going to import NumPy as NP. From SciPy, I'm going to import stats just so that we can simulate some data. And then from plotly.offline, I'm going to import iplot and init notebook mode. And I'm also going to import plotly.graphObjects as geo. Now, notice carefully, I'm not initializing the notebook mode right now. So to run this, we click on the little arrow to the left-hand side, and that cell executes. You'll notice on the top right-hand corner, it has connected, and it is connected to the Google engine as far as Python's concerned. Now you can pause the video here and copy this function. You've got to create a function that you then call in every cell that you want to use Plotly in. So I've called it configure_plotly_browser_state, and we're going to import IPython, and we're going to write this display script. As I said, you can just copy and paste it. Let's run. And now let's get to simulating some data. So I'm just going to seed the pseudo-random number generator there with the number 1. And I'm going to create a computer variable called WCC, for instance, white cell count. And I'm going to take that from a normal distribution with a mean of 15, standard deviation of 3, and I want 1,000 of these data point values. And now we can plot. Now, as I mentioned here, it's required in every cell that you want to run a Plotly graph in. So you've got to use these two lines of code. So we're going to call this function, and then we're going to initialize the notebook mode with connected equal false. So you can copy and paste that as well. That has got to go in every cell. And now it's just normal Plotly. I'm going to use trace 0 as is the norm, go.histogram. My x-axis is going to be the white cell count. My data object is going to hold the trace as its single list element. And I'm just going to make the plot look a bit better by introducing some layout. And then I can call iplot, and I use, as always, the dictionary format. So data being data and layout being layout. Let's run that. And there you go. We have a Plotly graph right inside of a Colaboratory Python notebook. Beautiful. So copy and paste the definition, and remember to call that the function and to call that function in every cell that you are going to use to create a Plotly graph.